folks. Today I'm going to demonstrate how to tie a classic steelhead pattern that was tied originally by Lloyd Sylvius for the Eel River. This is the pattern that I was first introduced to at age 14 while I was living near the Eel River and steelhead fished there quite often. It's now used all over the country for trout and steelhead. It's one of the old favorites for the Klamath River, and that's where I plan on fishing these in the near future for the beginning of the late summer run. So as always, the materials will be in the description, so be sure to check that out before you get to tying. So let's get started. The hook we're using today is an Alec Jackson steelhead iron in a size 7. And as you can see, these are let's see if I can demonstrate that so you can see it. They're what is considered an open eye hook. So you use the thread to close that eye off. So let's get started. Secure that well so it doesn't come loose on you while you're fishing, which I've never had it do that, but just in case, I'll dress this hook back to you only want to go back to the point. Run one more pass back and then one back again. That'll help hold materials down well. Trim off your excess thread. Now for step 2, we're going to take some gold tinsel, and we're going to secure that right here in the back. You run your thread up there out of the way. Now we're going to wrap this back down the hook further into the bend and bring it back up. Run your thread back down to that point. Secure that in. Vise moved, sorry. It's the only thing I don't like about my Stonefold vise is that the base is not really heavy enough. I almost need to screw it down. Okay, we got the gold tag in. Now we're going to put in a tail that consists of 2 light brown hackle tips. You want them to extend back about that far. Oops, we slid back over the mylar there. That's not what I wanted. There, bring those back up. You want the tail to be just a little bit off for the mylar, the tinsel. Shorten it up so you're just, like I said, just about bend to the hook. Right there looks good. Secure those in well. Don't worry too much about the orientation of the tail, as in the next step we will stand those up with our chenille that we're going to use. Now this pattern I tie in both yellow and light brown and yellow and black. So I think today I'm going to demonstrate how I originally fished this pattern, which was the yellow and the black. We want the variegated chenille like this. You can either be this color or, here, let's see if I can find the yellow and brown. I just had a piece of it a minute ago. Well, it'll look like that color. Okay. So I like to strip the end of the chenille off just to thread so it doesn't build up a bunch of extra material as you're tying it on. Fasten that down. Trim off that little extra there. Kind of smooth out that thread there. You can add weight to this fly or leave it unweighted. I prefer it unweighted. I liked it. I think it swims better while you're swinging it across the current. I've fished them both ways. Later in the season, when the water starts to get colder and the fish are staying down and not moving quite as much, I'll fish a larger version of this that actually has wings on it, and it'll be weighted to help get it a little deeper, and the wings for a little more attraction. Okay, now we got that. Now let's get that thread out of the way. Now take your chenille, bring it around. Now lift up your wing and bring the first turn of that in under the wing. And we'll build this up as we go. Probably about right there. I think I'll back that off one wrap. There we go, half wrap, a quarter wrap. Reason being is you want to leave some room between where you tie this off and the eye of the hook. A lot of times in the summer, while fishing a swinging fly such as these, you need to put a riffle hitch in them to keep them swimming correctly. And by leaving that little bit of extra room up there, it gives you room to actually put that riffle hitch on. Okay, now we're going to use a strung saddle hackle in a similar color to the tail. Something like this, pretty webby. And I like to strip all the chickaboo off the bottom of it, both sides. And then you want the concave of this feather, which will be the dull side of the feather, to face backwards. So I like to strip the downside barbs off. It helps this, to me, it helps it lay smoother in there. I'm not really a fan of preening the barbs back from the other side as I'm tying. Let's secure this in. I like to take this, the tip end of it, and bring it back up. Okay, now let's put a half hitch in there to help keep everything where we want it. Okay. Now let's palmer away. Wrap this up. Before we forget there, let's get rid of the tip here. Don't really need that there. Okay. Now let's palmer the hackle on. I have caught some huge steelhead on the Eel River back when I was a lot younger. This is got to be one of, if not my favorite, early season swinging fly for steelhead. I'll tell you this much, when they hit it, they hammer it. It's not there's no mistaking what you got. Actually, that's pretty much the case with any of the swung steelhead flies. Steelhead are pretty aggressive when it comes to the take. I feel very fortunate having grown up on the Eel River. By the age 16, I was on the 20-pound steelhead board twice already. And I've only caught one steelhead that size since those days. And that was up in Idaho on the Clearwater River. Now let's roll back the thread, bring the thread back and help. We're going to cause that hackle to lay over the hook there a bit. You don't have to get it way back over, because when it's in the water, it's going to lay down over the hook. I'm going to get rid of some of those errant barbs there. Some guys say that there's no reason to make a small head on a steelhead fly. I don't agree with that. I prefer small heads on these flies. Smaller the better. Got a little piece there that I cannot get covered up. Come on. Oh, this one might have a big head. There we go. Not too bad. Now let's put some wet whip finish on her. Okay, perfect. Trim that off. Now at this point, if I find that I've got barbs that are sticking out by the eye, which I don't, oh, there's one, it's not enough of a problem. I will take a cigarette lighter or any other kind of heat and burn them off before I put my head cement. Now you want to put head cement on these for sure. I'm only going to show one coat, but I will put enough coats on that I get a good hard glossy head. And there you have it, folks, the brindle bug. Tie a few of them up, give them a try. I hope you like this video. If you do, please hit the like button and subscribe to us, and stay tuned for another fly in the near future. And if everything goes according to plan, it will be another steelhead pattern, as I am getting ready for to start fishing the late summer run on the Klamath River. Hope you enjoyed. Have a great day.